Hey guys, Chris here again. We're sitting with Stephen Kent. Obviously, you're a fan of Star Wars. We can see right that.
Yeah.
And you've written a book called "How the Force Can Fix the World." So tell us a little bit about that.
Yeah, so this book is me really taking the 7 core virtues of Star Wars that I believe in the most: humility, empathy, redemption, hope, balance, big one, choice, another one, for example. And saying, all right, if there are things that you're worried about in the world, like real life problems, depression, isolation, anxiety, political change in the world, how can you look to Star Wars as advice on how to deal with those things? Because George Lucas made these movies to be a distillation of the great philosophies of the East and West. And so, if they're philosophy movies in a sense, then how can you apply them to real life?
Awesome, awesome. So, you know, it's obviously you went with Star Wars, which is a great movie. I was in the theater for the original, so I'm right there. I'm a lifelong
I'm a
fan.
prequel kid. I was in the
Yeah.
theaters for 1, 2, and 3.
Oh, I did the midnight viewing,
Yeah.
so of the first one, the first prequel. So, you know, as far as Star Wars is concerned, what drew you to it? Is it just the fact that it is what it is? When you kind of break it
Yeah.
down and see what Star Wars is.
Yeah, I mean, like so many people love Star Wars, right? Like kids love the lightsaber battles. They love, Darth Vader fighting Luke Skywalker. So I liked all of that stuff and I was drawn to it. But I am now 33, have a child of myself, I have a career, and I'm still obsessed with Star Wars. And so I've been trying to figure out why is it that I still am so passionate about it. I think it's just because Star Wars taught me stuff that means something to me. Return of the Jedi is my personal favorite Star Wars movie. And there's this scene at the end of the movie where, the Emperor is torturing Luke Skywalker and Darth Vader is watching. And he just looks sad. Like he looks devastated in that moment. And I always was interested in how is it that this mask looks sad, right? Like it doesn't change. But I just found it so moving. And that is my way of saying, I just connect with Star Wars and I don't know why. It speaks to my morality, and so I've just decided to lean into it and write books about it.
Awesome. That's super awesome. So I noticed on your table you do have like a smaller version. I guess we call it an abridged
Yeah.
version. That is for, I guess, parents and kids to go through
Yes.
as well.
Yeah.
And then you have the more adult version right here, which is
Yes.
the full length book. And you're selling those for $30 today, which is a great price for a book. Because not only can you get the book, you get it signed. So that's awesome. I love what you're doing.
Thank you so much.
I think it's really cool, and sometimes we see movies as a way of escape, to get away from
Yes.
the real world. And Star Wars gives us that sense that we can be in a different world, a different place. But it also can show us what's going on in there, and I think that's what you're saying can help us with what's going on out here right now.
Yeah.
Politically, socially, everywhere.
Yeah, and I think that there are fans who will say, Star Wars is about escapism, right? I want to be able to sit in the movie theater and just think about something else. That is true. But it's also true when people say, these movies are political. They're about real life. Both of those things should be respected in some sense. And so this book is just about, all right, if you think Star Wars movies are smart, you think that they're saying something true about life, that balance is good, that the extreme light and the extreme dark are both probably not ideal, then Star Wars is telling you something about real life as well, that extremes aren't great, and that the median, the center, might actually be the better place for you spiritually to be. So that's kind of what the book is teaching.
That's awesome. That's awesome. All right, I can't leave this interview without asking you a couple questions. First off, favorite character?
My favorite character is Qui-Gon Jinn.
Okay.
Yeah.
That's a good
Liam Neeson.
That's solid. Very solid. All right, the next question I got to ask. We have a lot of television shows going on right now. Are you happy with what's going on, or are you kind of mixed on that?
I'm mixed. There are shows and there are movies lately that I have loved. There are ones that I have not loved. I really liked Ahsoka. The Ahsoka show, because I grew up on the prequel films and the Clone Wars animated series, that was like my Super Bowl. that was for me. I felt
to see the whole Rebels.
Yeah, I felt like that was for me. I loved that. I really struggled with the Obi-Wan Kenobi show. I felt like it really missed something. But, you know, you win some, you lose some. George Lucas didn't have a perfect batting record either. Attack of the Clones, that's a rough movie.
Well, cool. It's been great talking to you.
Yeah, you as well,
Much
Chris.
success with
Thank
your
you.
book, and we look forward to reading it ourselves.
May the Force be with you.
May the